Isn't that fun?
It is fun. That's actually cute.
Right? I know. I just really love this system. I think I talk about it with every single person that comes.
It is a
How
nice.
much I love the system.
It is a nice system.
It's a good system. We're officially live. Welcome back to another business readiness program masterclass. Yes. And I just sent the email out. See, look at the email just went out. We are live.
I do get the emails.
I know. Well, I'm trying to remind people so that they know to pop on.
Right.
You know? And yeah, it's funny. I just got a text. So, you know, I'm nothing if not going to use a local business to do local business shit. And for this rental property, I found a couple of cousins that bought a dumpster as a gag between themselves. Like they thought it was funny.
Uh-huh.
And then they proceeded to start renting it out last year and went, wait a second. There's money in this?
Right.
So anyway, I found them on Facebook.
And they're from Beloit?
Yeah. Roscoe?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Right over the border. Like, so basically.
Right here.
Beloit. Yeah. And so they showed up and they brought their dump trailer, which cool as hell. It was like hydraulic. It was cool. And they were like, yeah, we started renting it out like as a joke. Like the one cousin was doing a bunch of remodeling work, I guess. Mm. And so they started renting it out as a joke. And then they're like, there was a lot of money. So then we bought another couple of them. And so they came and their flyer was made by ChatGPT. Their business cards were made by...
I shared a status like yesterday. I said from a musician friend, and he was like, can we maybe, just maybe, stop using ChatGPT for flyers? Yes. I said, I didn't want to be the first one to say it, so I shared it.
I should, you know, I'll make a whole post now. You know how I'd be making them salty ass posts? I'll make a whole post of like, if you're using ChatGPT to do these things, make them, like, here's the thing, is like, ChatGPT might be able to give you a really good, like, idea.
Yeah, draft or idea. Yeah.
Then go to Canva.
Yeah.
And build that shit.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. But yeah. So anyway, so he was like, thank you so much for your business. He just shot me a text. So like very cute. Because I texted him pictures of it and we like way overfilled this dumpster with Krusty House. Disgusting Krusty House. And I was like, yo, let me know if I owe you more money because I think this is more than a ton.
Yeah. It gets like that. Right? Shout out to him.
And
the cousin.
And the cousin. That's the way to start a small business. So you're like, I mean, we were just kind of doing it for the funsies for us. And then all of a sudden we realized we could make some cash.
Yeah.
And they were super cool. Like they dropped it off really nice. And they were like, well, we're dropping it off at 10. So we're not going to count this as a day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm about to fill this thing before even the end of the day. But okay, whatever.
Right.
Super cool. So had it all weekend. They're very sweet guys. We'll use again. I need to rent a property so I can use it again. Or actually, the next rental property better be like rentable. Hear me out. So,
I love that.
The businesses we do. So, you know, that's my newest business. What's your business?
My business is patent pending. Yes. My business is patent pending. A band that I created with 5 of my good friends of mine. Mm-hmm. We all went to Beloit Memorial High School. We were part of the jazz program there. So we all kind of rooted and were taught kind of very similar. So I had a really rough patch during COVID and I stopped playing. So I was briefly a part of the UW Whitewater's jazz program, Jazz 1, for like a good year. And then just kind of quit, let it go. Trumpet definitely collected some dust and just kind of let it go.
That's my violins right now, but don't tell them.
Yeah, don't pick your instruments up, guys. And I just kind of let it go. And then in 2022, kind of shortly after my cousin Antoine passed, is kind of when I started picking it back up again. And I kind of just reached out to the guys. I was like, I thought of the first 5 to 6 people. I was like, hey, who's in town?
These are the ones I want to play with, right?
Who's still playing? And we kind of picked it up again. First it just was jam sessions where we're jamming, playing all types of different standards, jamming all the time. And that turned into rehearsals, and that turned into us getting an opportunity to play at Seahawks at Beloit College. We did a short, brief shows there, and that kind of kicked it off for us. And then Patent Pending formed after that. We did some small music after that, and then it kind of just grew from there. So it was really cool to kind of see it form and to see where it's at now. But that's kind of the shortness of kind of where it was.
I do really like the name. Side note, I don't know where you got. I'm actually going to ask the question. It's nothing to do with your story. But where'd you go with the name? I know your last name is Patton, which I think is hilarious. And by the way, other side note, ADHD. I was wearing your shirt. So we live like basically across the street from each other for everyone watching. And Patent Pending for Neighborhood Day, whatever.
National Night Out.
There we go. Did a set at our neighborhood party. We like shut down the block and they did a set. And they were selling shirts. Then I bought a shirt and I was out wearing it. And somebody thought I was your sister. They're like, "Oh, are you like?" I can't remember what your mom's name is right now, but like her daughter. And I was like, "No, this is a band." It was really funny.
My mom and my mom's sister get noticed all the time, so I wonder what they thought.
They were like, "How are you related to her?" Because they're like, "Well, where do you live?" I was like, "Beloit."
We're getting the name is getting out there.
Their name is getting out there. Yeah. So side note, I was wearing your shirt. I was repping the merch not too long ago. Yeah. There you go.
I appreciate that. People have been wearing the merch. I love the people that have been wearing the merch. I hardly wear my merch right now. I feel like I need to now because I see everybody wearing it.
I'm not a t-shirt wearer, so I don't like wear t-shirts very often. So it was like one of those like weird. I happened to be wearing it.
Those are all handmade too. You helped me out a crap ton with that. You and Big Boys Detailing, Isaac Johnson helped me out with a big helps with that. So the merch was definitely fun. But the name,
how'd that come up?
Patent Pending came from my piano player Miles. He came up with all of that. I can't give any credit to myself. That was all
except
Miles'
the
wisdom.
The patent name.
I think I remember. I think we were sitting in. I remember this vividly. Actually, we were sitting in UW. We were in the big hall. I can't remember the hall name right now. And we were recording in there, like our first ever like little tunes. Like we were recording tunes, like send to establishments to kind of book. And I was like, guys, like if we release this, because I wanted to release it, I was very eager. Like I just want to put the music out.
Let's get it out. Yeah.
Even if it's on SoundCloud, even if it sounds like crap, I just want to put something out there just to like know that I have something in mind. And I was like, guys, like what do we even call ourselves? Like I don't even know. Like what to even? I was naming like Maroon 5 type of names, like the Patent 5. Like I was thinking like stupid.
That would actually be kind of cool though too. I'm not gonna lie.
I was thinking like all the other stuff, and then Miles came with Patent Pending, and then
it was from there.
So Miles, I give Miles 100% on that. That name came from him. And I still don't know to this day how he came up with that. I don't know if it was just on the spot, like Patent Pending.
Yeah, like just like your brain put the two things together and called it a day. Yeah. We should ask him. If you're in the comments, I should probably check the comments. My bad. We might not have any comments, but we'll see if we do any. No, nothing.
Well, that's fair.
If you're watching and you got a question, drop
now's the time.
Or if you say hi. Did you remember to share it?
I did share it.
Okay.
I sure did.
Sure.
But Miles, if he's watching, that was all him.
And if he's not watching, it was all Naomi.
There you go. He's gonna be like, don't take credit for that, man.
Right, listen, you. All right, so you've been going since like 2022-ish.
20, yeah.
Adjacent. So then, we're in 2026 for anyone not knowing what year we're in.
Yeah.
So it's 4-ish years.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. And you growing.
Yeah.
How's the growth going?
It's going really well now. We are we're now currently, because I just booked our last August date, but we're going to be playing at Salt roughly once a month from May to August.
That's awesome.
So Salt in Rockford is a beautiful fine dining restaurant. And I've been playing there. So I originally started playing at Salt with my thing I called the Naomi Patent Collective. So the mission of that was trying to bring different musicians from State Line area, Rockford area, or down in the Illinois area, just trying to bring in different musicians to come and play together once a month. So once a month I would book at Salt, and every month I try to bring in different musicians. So that kind of started, and then we Patent Pending did New Year's Eve at Salt, which was very, very great, big,
that's awesome.
Great show.
Huge. Yeah,
it was huge. We had a local Rockford content creator there doing some footage for us for that event. So we're going to be playing at Salt from May to August. So
that's good.
We're going to be there on Juneteenth Day. We'll be there May 30th.
Hey, Miss Tammy.
Yeah.
Tammy King Johnson.
Oh, that's Tammy. Yeah, I love Tammy. So yeah, and then we're gonna be at Juneteenth this year as well. In Beloit, both Telford and
By
Riverside.
Riverside? Yep. Okay.
So we'll be at both this year. The growth is great. We're at the point now where patent pending is an LLC. It is an LLC now. I did make it that. And we're booking often, quite a bit, bigger shows. We did the opening for Twista, which was right down up the road here at Rich Duke and Barn Club. That was really cool. Really cool.
That is really cool. I know I missed that. I'm such an old lady that
I didn't go to the Twista concert. Unfortunately, after playing for about 4 hours, I was pooped. Yeah. And then setting up, like me and Miles were there probably at like 1:30, setting up, just trying to fill the vibe because it was new. Because it's originally the old back bar.
Yep.
So business is booming and
figure it out. No, that makes sense. Okay, so going back. Right? Like, did you have a plan for the business, or was it more like, I'm doing something fun and hopefully I can make some money at it someday?
Yeah, it was that. It was definitely that. I was not expecting to be in the position I'm at now. And I really thank the community, the Beloit community for that, for showing up for us, for supporting us, coming to all the events, whether it was Beloit Farmers Market, whether it was Downtown Late Edition, or even hosting our own shows. Like we did the backyard show. That was always booming. Emerson would always be packed with cars. So the Beloit community has a big role in the success of where patent pending is now, because they just show up for us all the time. And then also the 5 guys that are in my band show up, trust in me to book, to be there, to kind of lead the way. So we wouldn't be here without them and Beloit. Beloit has showed up so much. We're very thankful for the community because it wouldn't be
what it is without it. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so then I guess when was like the turning point where you're like, okay, this is not just for the funsies. This is like, I could make some cash.
Seeing the amount of people that would show up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Seeing the community that we would create, the energy that we would create, the vibes we would create, was something. It felt good to see the amount of different people we could bring into the room. Like for our album release party, we had former teachers in there to, my mentor, Frank McCurran, who also produced our first record, he did both of them, but he did our first real serious one. So just seeing the amount of people we can bring together, family, friends, people from out of town come and see us play. It's just the community. I do it for Beloit. I do it for the community because it brings us together. Music is such a powerful thing, and I don't think people realize the impact and multitude that it can bring people together just to have fun. Because in the climate that we're in now in the world, sometimes you just need to knock off your shoes and dance around and just have fun. And if music can do that for people, especially in a town where Beloit is so known for crime and all the, stereotypical things, I think patent pending brings a different element and could show that Beloit's not all just what people think it is. There's actually great things, and I think patent pending proves that. And I think that as individuals of our band, as we are individually as musicians, I think we represent that as well. Because not only do my bandmates play at patent pending, but they also do their own things and freelance. I play in Madison in several different bands. Miles is in several different bands. Lucas, Scabe. So we all are very active
doing your thing. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I've got questions because we got questions. If you have any questions on how to turn like a passion project or a hobby into a business, drop them in the comments. Even if you're watching this later, I'm sure we'll see it. Anyway,
we sure will.
We sure will. We sure will. Okay, so when did you start formalizing your business plan? Like what? Like, yes, it was the people, yes, it was the vibes, but then you were like, no, I need to make this like a legitimate business. When was that?
I want to say that started around last year. Last year was a really big year for patent pending. We did a lot of stuff with Black Hawk Tech. We did a lot of things in Rockford. We did the Levings Park thing. So that was very, very big. And the starting point to that was I was really reaching out to my peers. So I was reaching out to my mentors, reaching out to former or other musicians that are doing this a little bit more advanced than me, to kind of see their ins and outs of things. My strategy of how I've been able to do this is I've been taking all the advice that I've been from whether it's musicians or non-musicians about business and trying to formulate a plan. I didn't really have a set plan, but I knew that with all the money and everything that we were starting to make, because it's not a whole lot, but it's a good enough
it's enough that it makes
it makes it worth it. And I was like, I immediately touched base with Jania Stevens and asked questions about LLC S Corps, where to start out at. Reached out to people that I knew in the community. Also reached out to my colleague Alex Gary. He's probably going to be watching this. He, when I tell you that man knows everything money savvy. So
I like a good money savvy friend.
He is a good money savvy friend. I mean, we'll sit there at work talking about mutual funds and talking about business accounts and what's the best, all this good stuff. So I've taken a lot of financial advice from him too, and established a business account and kind of started the small stuff. I will say I'm still in the beginning stages. I'm not at a full blown business yet, but those are the beginning stages that I've done now to kind of establish us more as a real
functional business, which I think is helpful because like a lot of the people that are watching are taking something that they really love doing and turning it into a business. Right. Like it's not them like coming in and they're already making $100,000.
Right. I started with nothing.
Yeah, they're making a couple dollars here and there, maybe a couple hundred here and there, and they're really happy with it, but they're like just looking for the next step. Like how do I go further than this, right? And it takes a long time.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. Like I remember our first Rockford City Market gig. We started with one speaker. I had one speaker for vocal, and then I think I used majority of the church's equipment. At First Congregational, I used all their mic stands and everything.
You say, "Yo, let me borrow that."
I was like, "Pastor, please help a sister." And he did. That like I had there's pictures back on my Facebook of literally me with one speaker, and it was on the ground. It wasn't on a speaker stand. It was just on the ground, and it would turn on and off. So like if it would be idle, it would just turn off. So
you were like, "I gotta keep talking."
Yeah, I couldn't even talk because it would turn the mic off completely. So like I'd have to stop. Like it would keep on like if I would sing, but then if I would leave it like just sitting, it would stop. So like that's like so we did like a whole 4 hours.
You was on a struggle bus.
I was on the struggle
bus. Yeah.
Now I have full PA. Just invest into a wireless mic system. Have better sound when I'm singing. We're doing a lot more vocal stuff, and so.
No, that's a vibe. No, and I think that's really helpful too because I mean, I know, like, you look at some of these businesses, they're really successful or they're doing, successful however you want to say it, but they're doing well. And you go, oh, man, like, I'm just not there yet, or how did they get there? And then you realize there's 15 years behind that.
Yeah. You have to trust in the process. And you have to be able to put yourself out there, even though you might not have everything that you need in the moment.
Right.
I knew going into the Rockford City Market gig, I didn't have a PA system with 2 speakers and 4 channels to be able to tune us all up or to be able to have the perfect sound, but we did it anyway.
And people liked it. Clearly.
And people loved it. People loved it. So that's like, anytime I see people with new businesses are just like, I want to do art for business or I want to do this. It's like, just do it. Just drop off your art places or just drop off your art in the library because people will scan the QR code. People will
look at it.
People will look at it. And, I think that's the beauty of where I've been at now because I literally started with little to nothing to having everything and getting better equipment and being able to provide well-rounded, sounded performances.
Well, and I think that you bring up a really good point there is like you've gradually graduated, right? You didn't go immediately to I have my wireless marks and all these things, right? Which is gonna either you probably have to take a loan out for if we're gonna be honest. Like they're really expensive, right? You went no, we're gonna grow incrementally, and as I get more gigs and as I get certain levels of gigs, I'll keep growing past that. And I think that's important, not just in life, but in business. Like we always want the very top level, the very best, but one. you don't actually have to have that for people to pay you.
Yeah,
which is wild. And I think a lot of people forget that. And two, like, give yourself somewhere to grow too. Don't stretch yourself so thin that you're stressing all the time.
Yeah.
You know? Because if you would have done that, 4 years ago and went and gotten like mics and everything, you would have been stressed.
Yeah, because I wouldn't know what I was doing, how to set it up or anything. I had to learn, like I keep saying my mentor, Frank, he's, a sound guy, I would text him, how do I wrap these cords and what can I do to keep these cords? That's why I got the wireless mic, because I hate cord mics. They're such a pain. Anything to reduce a cable in this day and age, for me, I will do.
Well, and that's, I mean, like that's a business thing, right? Like anything to reduce the friction, to make it quicker, make it easier for me to do, make it more seamless for not just like my team, but also the people that are enjoying my music. Highly recommended. Yeah. No, that's big. Those are big pivots that you have to make, like in business as you grow. Like you decide, like, okay, yeah, I could get something for more money, but it saves me 20 minutes every time we set up, or I could spend less money and I have to spend those 20 minutes, and you have to weigh those out, and you've clearly done that. So that's awesome. No, that's awesome. So, I guess let's think about like events that you've done, right? Because you've done so many events. What are some of like even from the creative side, but maybe from the business side, things that you've run into that you're like, oh yeah, I definitely learned from that. That's going in the contract. I'm never doing that again.
That's a good question, because you always run into a lot of things. I would say the one thing is sound. I feel like even though I'm still very much learning, I would definitely trust myself more with sound, because I know how to program it for me.
Yeah.
And for how
y'all
patent pending needs it. So I would think that too is the one thing, is sound. And also just communication. Like it's not even really something more with like contract or anything like that, but communication, I feel like in any practice you do, is so important. And a lot of people are so bad at that. Sorry, TED Talk.
Probably true though. I mean, I'm a queen of that. Like I know I need a team member to help with the communication side, because I'm bad at it. Yeah.
And I struggle to this day. Like I have to have calendar or Google Doc, all these things to make sure that I have, cross-referencing when I'm doing, and make sure I'm communicating with 5 other people and an additional person when I'm booking, you know what I mean? So it's definitely, communication's like the number one thing. If you can't communicate, you're going to struggle immediately in having any kind of business. You can't be afraid to put yourself out there. Yeah. In any case scenario, you can't be afraid to put yourself out there, because that's the first step. That's the planted seed. If I wouldn't have gone to Madison and talked to all these random people there that were playing in those bands, I wouldn't be playing in Madison right now in the role that I'm at. So you have to put yourself out there. You have to have a certain fire under your ass to be like, I'm hungry.
Get it done. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
And even though it's scary, because I got a lot of no's before I got the yes. I know people hear that all the time. You get so many no's before you get the yes. That was really my path. My journey was, I got a lot of no's before I got yeses. But then when that one person, decided to, step down, like, hey, I need a horn player. Can you come out? I'm ready. I was always
been there. I was there yesterday. Yeah.
I was very there. So that's my thing, is communication. And then on the music side, once I get more established and more money, definitely gonna have a sound person. But I could do it myself sometimes, but I'm still learning little ins and outs. I tend to have things a little loud, but I think that's just because I'm losing some hearing, because them salsa gigs get lit.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you, like the Cardinal, I don't know if you've ever been there. It's a tiny place, but man, you get to playing in there. It gets loud because they got the congas microphone, they got the piano microphone, they got everything, so it's loud.
Yeah, you need to invest in those like ear.
Talk
about, and they got like a little hole in them, so it dampens the sound, but like you can still hear everything.
Because I can't think of the loop. Was it?
Yeah,
loops?
The loops. Yeah.
Yeah, I have loops, but those are too muted. Yeah. For me. Like very muted, and I have to have a little bit of sound.
Loops, I think, are for overstimulation.
Yeah, like I kind of use them at work sometimes.
Yeah. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Or my Beats noise cancellations.
Yeah, no, I'm a good bone conduction girly. You never had a bone connection? Oh, I'm gonna put you on bone connection. So the ones I use when I ride more than anything, but they come around your ear and they sit like right here, and it's not actually playing any sound. It literally vibrates into your bone and then you can hear it.
I don't know if I'd like enjoy that.
See, and that's what I thought too. I thought like this is gonna be a no for me.
Uh-huh.
Fucks with it. I highly recommend it.
Does it not hurt?
Doesn't hurt at all. You can't. It's so weird. And like I thought, like it's gonna be like overstimulating because like it's gonna be I don't mind it. And then you can still hear everything out. This is not good for music playing. Yeah. But like you can still hear everything out and about. Like so if I'm writing, I need to be able to hear. But like I want to listen to my book or my music or whatever we're doing. Right. You know? So yeah, highly recommended.
Interesting.
Yeah, highly recommended. But okay, so you've mentioned a couple times that you're doing patent pending, then you're also playing like professionally up at Madison, and then you have a full-time job as well. And so how are you kind of balancing all that? Because that's a lot of times people come and they talk like, oh, I want to start a business, but I'm currently working, or I've got kids, I've got whatever, life. How are you balancing all that?
The grace of God. I always tell people that the grace of God.
Yeah.
You know what? That's still a question that I don't know how to answer because I don't know how I'm doing it so well. But it's just I'm just doing it. I'm just doing the darn thing. I think my biggest thing is a routine. So like Monday through Friday, I work from anywhere between like 7:45 to 4:30, and then I go straight to the gym. And I work out for about an hour and a half. And then after work or after the gym, it's homework, practicing. I wish I got to practice more than what I used to.
Yeah.
But I'm really trying to grind out getting my degree right now.
What's your degree in?
Digital marketing. I'm going to Madison Area Technical College right now. I just got an email today that I got my digital marketing certificate. So I have that. So if I were to leave school now, which I'm not, I would have that as a completion. So yeah, that's pretty much. And then weekends between Thursday to Saturday are my gig days.
Yeah.
So like every last Thursday of the month, I play at the Cardinal Bar with the Latin Pride Orchestra. That's kind of like a New York, Brooklyn kind of salsa vibe. We do all cool. Yeah, it's good music. Love that music. And then I started playing every first Friday of the month with this all women's band out in Milwaukee. We did a gig actually this first Friday of the month at the Lower Level Lounge. We'll be there every first Friday of the month, and we're all Black female musicians. They're all from Milwaukee. I'm the one that's from Beloit, so I'm repping Beloit there. So I've been doing that. And I'm with the Funky JVs out in Madison with Grammy-nominated drummer Joey Banks. The Funky JVs is a sub band of the Clyde Stubblefield All Stars. Clyde Stubblefield was one of James Brown's drummers back in the day. He was a Madison native. So I'm in a tribute band to Clyde Stubblefield. We're going to be playing at graduation weekend at UW on the Union Terrace. Love playing at Union Terrace. It is so beautiful out there.
It is pretty. Gorgeous. No, it is pretty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, no, it's really pretty.
That's like the best gig. If I tell anybody to come to a gig in the summer, if they want to see me play, I always recommend when I'm at the Terrace because I play there with the JBs, and then we do Latin Pride plays there. Okay. And I normally recommend the salsa one because it's everybody.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe all the time.
Okay, so I mean, your routine is huge. I would agree with that. And I struggle with that. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
So,
it's just, I don't know. It's kind of just been embedded in me recently. In the last like year and a half, I've really been grinding in the gym, grinding in work, grinding at schoolwork, grinding in music, trying to stay up on bookings. I'm really weird. Like if I don't respond to you in like 10 minutes, like if I seen it and I don't respond in 10 minutes, that's bad to me.
Yeah.
Because I like to be on it. Because you never know. They probably
emailed three different bands.
Yeah. They probably emailed 10 bands. And I ran into that recently with a promoter that was booking us. He like reached out to like 2 other bands and I was on it. Because I was like, I wanted that Twista spot. I was like, that's perfect for us.
Yeah.
Hopped right on that. So I'm very responsive. I'm like all that stuff. So I think the routine helps me with that because I kind of know when I'll expect, emails or when I send them out, when to respond, when I have time to. I know that.
Yeah. No, and that's huge. That's huge. And I think that's a really good play.
I always tell
if you have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
110%.
I always tell people routine. Even if you have to start with small stuff like making your bed in the morning.
Yeah.
I do that. I make my bed in the morning, get in the bath. I try to every morning. I try to take 2 baths a day. I know that's weird, but that's my routine. If I feel out of place if I don't do that. I've been recently trying to add my sea moss in there, taking my sea moss. Lord help me.
Yeah.
The consistency is just god awful. And me and my mom have been taking it in the nighttime, and I have to get my sugar-free lemonade. It's so bad.
Yeah, I ain't doing sea moss. You got me messed up. I'll do a pretty much.
You like Jello?
Yeah.
It's like that.
No, but I'm good.
But it tastes like the lady that I get it from is one of my good friends. She did a strawberry one for me.
Oh.
So it tastes like fresh strawberries. Like it tastes like very mildly though. Do you know what I mean?
But that's not bad. Okay. I was thinking.
I think you'd be able to do it. It doesn't taste fishy.
That I could do.
It doesn't taste fishy.
I like fish, but I love me a good like seaweed snack. Like the little.
Oh, you be eating seaweed?
Oh hell yeah! But I don't know the seaweed, the moss stuff. I mean, in the comments, tell me if you've ever seen it. But like the moss stuff be looking like green, specky, gelatinous stuff. And I was like, I saw it on TikTok, and I went, "That's a health trend."
Mine's
I'm not
pink.
hopping on.
Mine's pink, and you can see the strawberry seeds in it. It tastes very mildly of strawberry, but I'm big on texture. So it's not really the taste that's really messing with me. It's that texture. So I have to use the lemonade to kind of break it up and just take it down. It goes.
Yeah, I'm a big. I prefer it in a pill form.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but just it's little stuff like that.
But I will say, different but same. Chia seed pudding is very good.
No, thank you.
No, okay. I tried, people. I tried.
No, thank you. But it's just small stuff like that. Like even if you have to small tasks like that to build a routine, that's kind of how it started with me.
Yeah. Nope. I think that's perfect. And that helps with the sustainability, and it also helps with creativity, right? Because like if I'm not scattered, I could be like, okay, I can focus on this because I don't have 50 million things to focus on. But if I'm scattered, there ain't no way I'm focusing.
Yeah, because routine helps with my balance. But I'm starting to notice more that my workload is getting very much increased just with bookings, work, school. Yeah. So I'm trying to learn now how to balance my stress level. So and I've been learning that through therapy. Mental health is important to everybody. So that helps with helping me figure out things, adjust it. You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing, you reaching out and asking for help for those certain things. I think that's so important, especially in the business world.
Yeah.
You have you're expected of a lot. Your name's on things, you're expected of so many things. And I think that as I've grown in this, it's just increased.
Yeah. So
I've definitely leaned on my therapist for guidance on stuff like that. Because it recently in the last month or two, it's been I'm like what is going on?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it's a lot. It is a lot. No, and
it's a lot.
I will say, just for me, I just recently, I'm pointing because our desk is right here. I just recently hired an in-person assistant. Up to this point, they've always been virtual. And it's a game changer.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous to get an assistant just because trust issues. I've just been doing it so much. I have my own flow of things.
Yep.
And, but I have looked into that.
I recommend it.
I have looked into that.
I recommend it. Yeah. I recommend it for a couple different reasons. One, some of those repetitive admin tasks. I guess I'll say it. I mean, even though she'll probably watch it, but I make more an hour than Anna does, my assistant. And so when I think about okay, I could have her spend, let's say, an hour and a half doing a task that might take me only an hour, right? The money evens out way quicker.
Yeah.
And then it's off of my brain, my brain space of, okay, I need to get this done. I need to do it this way. And blah, blah, blah. It's completely off my brain space because it's now on her task list. So for that, it makes a lot of sense. If you're, for example, not paying yourself yet, maybe it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Because at that point, like, my hour is still free to the business.
Yeah.
Right. And so at that point, like, having somebody work for you, not super helpful. So it's a 50-50 there. The other thing that I usually say, like, if you're doing stuff, for example, like if you're doing bookkeeping and stuff and you're not good at that, and you don't like it, you need to hire that out.
Yeah, I hate keeping my calendar clean. It's that's my biggest stressor, is that calendar.
That's the first thing I handed to Anna. I said, figure it out. I mean, you were part of the first, like, round. I mean, she's been working for me for about a month now, in person, and you were my first round of master classes that she booked. Yeah. She booked it all. Like, I didn't do anything.
Oh, really?
Nothing. I just said, here are the days that I think I would really like them. So, like, we had to front load a few because I promised a couple of you, like, I'll have you on.
She did promise me on.
I did.
I thought I was going to be the first one. I was kind of salty.
Yeah, she wasn't. It's okay, though. It's all right. We
You see, I was just smiling. I'm just teasing you.
Just choosing. That's gonna be a clip.
I thought I was gonna get neighbor credits to be on first.
You know, unfortunately, you know who got neighbor credits first? Mason.
That's fair.
He did. He was my first one. So if you go back and you, like, listen, if you're listening on Spotify or if you're watching,
and I still haven't seen his house yet. I still don't remember that he's my neighbor. I forget he's my neighbor.
He's the corner one. He's the one past Tom and Mark.
And the white one?
No, in the big brick, beautiful house.
He's in that big brick one?
He's in that big brick one.
Hey, Mason, if you're watching, Pat Pending's going to do rehearsal in your backyard.
Oh, hear me out. That's actually really cool.
Is that the string lights?
Yep. So
we love a good backyard party.
Yeah, backyard. I wish I had a bigger backyard. I don't got a big backyard.
Our backyard's huge. I told my parents, I was like, "There's no way I'm not using this to my advantage."
I'm using it. And now you need to meet Noah because Noah has chairs and tables and stuff.
Where?
Here in the Innovation Center. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he runs some bitches out, so he would be a really good connection. But anyway, yeah, he got neighbor privileges first. So. But you know, I think you're the sixth.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Anna's on it. She's killing it.
Shout out Anna, man.
Shout out Anna. Yeah. So
like real life.
So I was like, yeah, I want to do one every other week because then that gives us a week to edit it and get it up. You know, like not just the live version, but like the edited version. So we get a week to get it up and live, and then the next one happens. So that was my plan. But the last couple have been back to back because I promised.
That's fair. I could have waited too. That's why I didn't mind at the end of the month because I thought the end of the month would be a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun because it sounds really bad, but these first few are like all people that I enjoy being around, and I don't always get to see you a lot. So it's like we get to hang out, but also make content.
Yeah,
we love that.
Exactly. We love that.
We love that. So anyway, but back to hiring. I've made some pretty big fails. If you are looking for somebody, I do know some people virtually. I'm sure Anna would help you in person as well, but virtually. That
I don't want to take all your.
No, Anna would be helpful, but Anna's for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say Anna. She's not gonna let me share. She's not a sharer.
I know. I should text her and be like, "We're talking about you."
We are.
But no, I do have some virtuals that I would highly recommend. Things like admin tasks, like bookkeeping, like editing content, scheduling content, which takes a long time if you think about it. Right?
My content is my biggest thing for summer this year because I'm in my marketing internship and they're allowing me to do stuff with my band. Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of footage. I'm probably gonna be grabbing Miss Cheyenne Normay.
Yeah, Cheyenne. Shout out to Cheyenne.
She doesn't know she's going to be helping me yet, but she's helping me.
She's helping you.
I always like to tell her that. I love that.
So Cheyenne runs our one of our locals. So she's in Janesville instead of Beloit. Yeah. Beloit, but she's in Janesville. Yeah. And she runs our local young professionals group in Janesville. And she actually is really good at
content. Amazing. She's amazing.
Very good at content.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing at what she does. So we love Cheyenne. So she's definitely probably going to be... You're gonna catch her singing too. She's gonna be.
I saw her sing at the neighborhood.
She's in Patent Pending as well.
Okay, so
she because she's so busy now because life, and
because she did such a good job.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we're running into too is as we are getting older, patent pending, we are growing up as adults, young adults. Yeah. We're moving up in the world, as I could say. So we are definitely kind of shifting things around because everybody has different schedules now. So Cheyenne is going to be singing at some events.
But not all.
Not all. It is what it's just so busy. And I'm so happy and proud of her for where she's at because she worked very hard to get there.
She did.
I did, and everybody else. Everybody's doing their big one, and I love that. I love seeing my friends.
It's like a full adult life, and it's one of those things. Like, I don't know if you ever see the stuff like on Facebook where it's like, I'm just a 13-year-old in a 30-year-old's body.
Literally, like, I still watch the Proud Family, and That's So Raven. I still watch Disney Channel. Sorry.
Do you watch her podcast, by the way?
Some of it.
Oh my God, the Raven podcast.
I love that. I know.
So for those that don't, I'm a really big fan of listening to stuff that. Okay, so if I'm going to consume information, books always written by a woman.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, like if I'm going to read any sort of, I should say, nonfiction, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's always written by a woman. So if you look at my shelves, my bookshelves, which there's quite a few, it's always written by a woman. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I believe, like, if you're going to learn how to do something, you probably should learn from somebody that understands how your brain works.
Right.
That's
right. Right.
But if I'm listening to stuff, it's 50-50. Like, it might be a smutty book from listening to stuff. But the other thing I listen to, I mean, hear me out. Hear me out. It might be entertaining. I try to go for like smarter versions of books, but then I get sucked back in.
Right.
Anyway, but then the other thing is, like, if I'm listening to stuff, I try to listen to things that like entertain me. So like, I'm not listening to business podcasts usually. Like, I'm listening to stuff that entertains me and makes me grow as a human, not necessarily like going to educate me. And I think that helps a lot because a lot of my job is creativity, right? I'm talking to people about what we could do for your business to make it grow. And like my client, my marketing clients, like how do we take a part that, a nut that goes inside of the engine of a vehicle. How do we market that? Because we need to, right? It sounds stupid, but my clients are like really specific manufacturing clients. So their products are kind of boring, right? Like they're, no offense to any of you if you're watching, but
love you.
They're kind of boring, but they're really necessary. So then how do we market that without like losing the plot? So I have to be super creative. So a lot of the stuff that I consume are like, is like interesting stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I really love like Raven Simone, Two Hot Takes is a good one. Smosh, read stories.
Yeah.
I
gotta get more into that one.
The Shits and Gig podcast, which are the two bros.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Okay, oh, that's just funny.
I need to get more deep into podcasts. I'm just such a music junkie.
I know, I am too. I'm very eclectic. My Spotify's all over the place, but
oh god, I've been really big recently on some Alex Isley. And if you're my friend, you know.
Oh no.
Oh, I love Alex
Isley. Okay, so if you're listening to this and you don't know that name, go search it up.
Please, her new album. I'm obsessed. Obsessed.
Okay.
It's heal. It's really
it like heals something in yourself.
It's healing something in me. I'm really big on my self-love, and I'm like our neighbor Dawn. Mm-hmm. She does whatever the hell she wants.
She'll never see this.
I tell her every time I see her, I want to be just like Dawn when I grow up. I want to be just like her because she's like she told me one day, she's like, I don't need a man. I do whatever I want. If I want to get up and go to Milwaukee, that's true. What I'm going to do. And I mean, so I love that.
I love Dawn.
So sometimes, like, my biggest thing, instead of listening to podcasts, I just go to my peers. Like, I'll just go and talk to Dawn. Hang out,
yeah. So I will tell you right now, Dawn is retired now as of last year. Okay. Dawn was a super high level nurse in our local hospitals. Super high level. So like this woman is a bad bitch. Okay. Been a bad bitch her whole life.
She knows it too. That's why I love her.
I will tell you, as a younger professional, I mean, I don't think I'm as young as you, but I'm like middle-aged professional. I've gone to her with stuff like, okay, Dawn, like, what do I do in this situation? Like, how do I make this better? Or how, like, do I sue them? Do I quit? Do I what would you say in this situation is very helpful? So, I mean, kind of going back to like, if you're in business and you've got questions like that, go find yourself an elder in what you do.
Yeah, seriously.
And Dawn isn't old. Dawn is a young woman.
She is. We don't call her elder. She is a young woman.
But
she's
like
20.
elders and like wise. Yeah, she's 22 for life. She like wise, been there, done that, has seen some stuff. Can really be a sounding board. And I will say she has been a really good one. Can really be a sounding board for like, you can go have a crash out and she'll be like, all right, this is what I would do in this situation, and this is how I would deal with it.
Yeah.
And it has been so very helpful.
Yeah, she's definitely healed a lot of things for me, helped me out with a lot of things. That's like my number one thing. Like when people, like when you ask me like, how did you build your business plan and everything? My biggest thing that I did was I went back to all my networks. I network a lot.
Yep.
Especially when I was in high school, when I was participating in Jazz and Lincoln Center, I still talk to a lot of those people that I met in 2019, 2018.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I'm really big on networking. I know a lot of people, so I just reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out. Be like I told when I was teaching briefly at the high school, when I was mentoring some students there before they were going to I think it was back in 24. I told them, be a sponge. I even reached out to some of the kids that are in New York currently. Shout out to Bullitt Memorial for watching me on Friday at Central Ellington. Bullitt Proud. I reached out to one of them. I said, be a sponge. Absorb.
It's true.
Be a sponge and absorb. Don't be afraid to be wrong. Don't be afraid to talk to people when you're there. New York is the time. That's the time.
Yeah, go.
Because that helped me out. Because if I wouldn't be where I'm at, without meeting those people and experiencing those experiences. You have to be a sponge in the business world. I feel like if you're not absorbable, if you're not open-minded, if you're not, you get left behind. You will get left behind so fast if you're not open-minded and willing to take risk and be moldable.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be the same. Like the Naomi 6 months ago is not the Naomi today.
And that's the goal.
And if you expect to be stagnant, you're going to be left behind. You have to be moldable. You have to be kind of like Play-Doh. Like I might be shaped one way today, but next week I'm not going to be shaped the same way.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be built different. I'm going to know different things. I'm going to be wiser. I'm going to be stronger. And those are the goals. It's just, you have to be moldable. You have to be a sponge. You have to be able to accept and receive knowledge, because that's the only way you're going to level up in a business.
In life.
And in life.
You have to be, I will say, like, you have to be willing to ask questions, right? Because there's always going to be somebody that's smarter than you, and like, you're going to learn stuff from them that you're like, wait a damn second. I should have been doing this 5 years ago. My bad. And so that being said, when you do come across things that maybe you don't understand, maybe don't ask the question right then. Like if you're feeling like, ooh, but right here, you can kind of see the sign up here, but it literally says, do not commit a Googleable offense.
Yeah.
If you started talking about something or asking about something and you haven't even Googled it yet, don't do that to somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Like go educate yourself a little bit first, and then just bombard them with questions. Most people are 100% happy to help. I have met very few business owners that aren't happy to impart some knowledge to you.
Oh yeah.
And same with musicians, right? Like I have met very few musicians that aren't happy to talk about some shit.
Oh, I lean on my band members like no other.
Yeah.
I lean on them, whether it's music, life, anything. I lean on them for a lot of those things.
Yeah.
For one thing, like when we recorded and did our patent pending EP, which is out on all streaming platforms.
What does EP stand for?
I don't know. I just call it I call it an EP because it's a short album. It's just like 4 or 5 songs. Extended. Hold on.
Right? I've always wondered. I've never looked it up.
I know it.
Hold on, I'll Google it.
At first.
Do you know it? Put it in the comments.
No, I do. Why did I say I didn't know? Because I know it's just on the tip of my tongue, and I don't want to look wrong on a podcast. I should know. I'm looking at you.
Extended play.
Extended play. Thank you. Extended play.
So there's LP, EP, extended play. There's LP, which is, and then there's a single.
There's a single, yeah.
So an EP has 3 to 6 tracks, an LP has 7+ tracks, and a single is obviously
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So we did the EP, which had like about 6 songs on there, and then we did a deluxe version, which is on SoundCloud, and it's like a purple color.
You want to put that shit on Spotify?
The reason why I did the deluxe version is because we did Stevie Wonder and Al Green arrangements, and since those songs aren't 100 years old or older, we can't release them on Spotify.
Yep.
So that's why they're on SoundCloud.
Yeah, that makes sense. So for those that don't know, intellectual property when it comes to music, once the music is at least 100 years old, it's opened up. The IP is opened up, so you can use them for whatever, wherever. So for example, okay, I ride horses. One of the things you can do in dressage is called a freestyle. Long story short, the United States Dressage Federation pays for us to be able to use the licensing for music, okay? Because sometimes dressage shows are televised, sometimes they're not, whatever. Okay, so they pay for us. That just came down that they might not be paying for that anymore, and people are freaking out because it's going to make the price point of showing a freestyle ridiculous, like $250 a song for us to use it for freestyle. And I was thinking, I was like talking to my friends, and I was like, well, the workaround is we just go back to the classics.
Yeah.
All classical music is free for use.
Yeah, classical,
all of it.
Yeah.
And there's some bangers back
A lot of classical music is, reworked and
you hear it over and over again. Yeah, and so for anyone listening, if you're thinking like, oh, well, how do I put together, like, for example, in a podcast, which I have none for this, but intro music or outro music, or music in the background just to kind of make it sound more put together, whatever.
Right.
Go back to the classics. Those are all open source. It kind of goes back to this whole AI thing, right? You could have AI write you a song, or you could go find you a class, a section of a classical song. The same idea with artwork. Anything. When does it come open source for artwork? I think it's 100 years.
It's 100 years, but I hate AI music.
AI music is shit.
That's why I said no.
Yeah, no.
Find a local. You can find a local dude or whatever that can just jingle along on a ukulele, then do AI music. Please.
You heard it from her.
Please.
Yes. No, that's exactly
no AI posters, no AI music. Those are the two things I ask of right now.
Right. No, I'm gonna agree. And I literally watched a webinar.
Yeah.
For Grant, which was a whole other thing, but waste time. But she said on this webinar that some people had used AI to write their grant. She's like, totally fine, wouldn't have cared, except for you used that like little first sentence that AI was like, this is why I wrote it this way, and then it tells you what it wrote. They copied the first sentence in there into their grant. And I was like, oh,
this is where I just smile candidly in the camera,
like, you know what I mean? So it's just shit like that.
It's silly shit. Like it's silly shit. Silly shit.
But also, like, it's a lack of knowledge, right? If you didn't know that, like, you could go use Beethoven, the whole piece, if you'd like, and not get sued by nobody, not get any fines, no fees, no nothing. You didn't know that, now you do. Like, you can go back to some of the we're getting close to the Roaring 20s, which they had great music.
Yeah.
That's all going to be open source pretty damn soon.
Yeah.
So, if you are looking for music to use in your business for whatever business stuff you have to use it for, there you go.
There you go.
Music open source. Yeah. So I guess I didn't realize you couldn't put covers on Spotify. I've never thought about that before, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And we're a newer band, so we try to play it safe. You know, I don't want to say we could have gotten away with it. I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, but you could have gotten away with it for 3 years, and then year number 4 or 5, then you get in trouble.
Yeah.
And then you have to back pay for all those years.
Yeah.
No, not worth it.
So we just threw it on SoundCloud and called it a day. And it turned out we did our album release party in December, and then in that same week we played at Salt for New Year's Eve, and that's how we ended out 2025, literally on a big bang. So now we're coming even stronger. Yeah. Is that Alex Aceves?
Yeah, you can put covers on Spotify.
Alex, I thought we couldn't. Otherwise, I might. We might throw them on there because we did Stevie Wonder's Higher Ground and I Wish, and then we did Let's Stay Together.
Yeah,
vocal.
That'd be kind of a vibe. Okay, Alex. If Naomi gets sued,
you're paying. You're literally, Alex. He would know too because he's also did music too. So
yeah, he knows. Okay, yeah, cool. We learned something new. But if you're a business, 100 years old.
or
Century Universe,
or just patent pending. Just pay us, and we can
they'll just redo
create a jingle or something.
Right? Well, and like that's some of it. Sometimes you think about it, like I don't even need music for that, and then you're like, but if I did have music,
right? It would just elevate the experience even more.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, Alex said, "Oops, sorry, hold on. You can. It depends on your distributor. Some will just handle it. Also, Miss Thelma says, hi.
Hey, Thelma. And Alex, that's fair. We use DistroKid, and I've been hearing a lot of people not liking DistroKid that much anymore. And you really don't make money on DistroKid. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if DistroKid is one of the distributors you're talking about, Alex. But yeah,
there we go.
I'm hoping for when we do another EP. I'm hoping to do around the same time, end of year time. I'm hoping that
do it.
Well, that's one thing I was going to research a lot this year, but I'm trying to get through the summer.
Oh.
The summer is a little busy, and everybody's doing their own thing. I'm hoping to travel to at some point this summer. So
huge as a business owner. Take your time. Take your time off.
That's the one thing I have not learned yet is when to take time for myself.
Yeah, neither have I.
I've been wanting to go to concerts like so bad. Like me and my friend are going to see Freddie Gibbs in May, but like Charlie Wilson's gonna be at Summerfest. I'm gonna be playing at Henry Dorbacher's. Like I'm like, dude, it's like I can't catch a break. You can't
do both. Yeah, no, I run into that because like I want to go to horse shows, and I can't do both.
You can't be in a horse show and then watch a horse show.
Well, so for example, on Friday, shameless plug if you're watching and you're in the area, there is a free small business summit, clinic, happening in Kenosha, and I'm speaking. All my one-on-one slots are filled, though. I got the notice today that I don't have any more one-on-ones. But really? I'm speaking about marketing. And Friday night is a versatility challenge with horses for my horses. So I'm like, this is literally my plan. This is the problem. This is why I end up like sleeping for 24 hours straight eventually. Is I'm gonna go to Kenosha. I'm gonna do all that. I'll be done by I'm the last speaker, so I'm done at 3:30. Okay, done. I'm gonna drive back here straight to the farm, load my horse up, and go back to Elkhorn.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and I was like, is there a way around that? And I don't think so, because I'd have to leave him standing in the trailer all day, so I can't do that. So anyway, there you go. Alex got a bunch of DistroKid stuff in there, although I'd love to talk about this. I don't want to have to edit that out later. So
no, you're fine.
That's for you.
Yes,
for you
I'm gonna read that later. But yeah, Alex, we're definitely gonna have to sit down and talk about that because I've been seeing a lot of different musicians just wanting to either be independent, do it, their own. You know what I mean? And that's definitely something I want to figure out.
Yeah, when to do that. Yeah, so I guess that creates a good ending question for us. Maybe. Yeah. What does success look like for you right now? And what's next?
Success to me right now looks like keeping us together. You know what I mean? we're doing a great job, you know what I mean? But continuing to keep the band strong. We've gone through a lot, we've done a lot of great music together, been and experienced a lot of cool things together, you know what I mean? And it's just going to keep getting busier and busier. So that's what success looks like. It's just continuing to bring beautiful music to the area. My next goal, a couple of my goals in the next year, I want to do more big stuff like the street dance. I'm hoping to do Friends at Riverfront. They book so early.
Yeah.
So I hate that, but yeah, doing some bigger shows. I want to do some more recordings, release some more music with the band. More merch.
Ooh, we like merch.
More merch.
I might have a hookup for you for that.
Yeah, I need more merch. I want to do some long sleeves. I want to do. I had a couple of my friends like do some lighters. I
mean,
they
wrong though.
I knew and stickers. So a lot more merch. I'm hoping to get that done in the summertime. I'm hoping, just depending because I'm in my internship.
You should have interned with me. I got 2 marketing interns right now.
And I was thinking about doing it with my job too, but I didn't know if they would because they pay me. I didn't know how that would work.
If they would do both,
yeah. But just creating more music, I think is the main goal. playing more in the community. And yeah, but I think the biggest goal and my next biggest thing is to get us together to write more music. We haven't wrote anything in a while. I do have a lot of ideas and stuff that I've been humming and singing. Miles is my Quincy Jones. I tell him that. I tell people that all the time. I don't tell him that because he doesn't like all the lovey-dovey. But Miles,
if he watches that, now he know.
Yes, I tell people that Miles is like my Quincy Jones. I can sing him an idea, and we sit together and work on that together. So I love writing stuff with him or creating new things with Miles because we create really cool things. The song "The Change" on the EP is something that I created, but Miles definitely there's a lot of
Miles in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of influences in there because I was going through a lot at that time, and I was going through good, bad, ugly, crappy, all that stuff, and
life.
So life. So the changes that was just about all the things I was going through, but I think my biggest next goal is to create more music.
Okay. So keep an eye out. Yeah. Patent Pendant's going to have more music. Also, Alex says, I would love some merch from you. I'd rock a shirt. So
I need to get more merch. I think I have some mediums and a couple larges left from the other stash. And I'm gonna be releasing some flyers here shortly of all
Not with AI?
Not with AI.
Okay. Not with AI. Okay.
Not with AI. All created by moi. Yeah, so we're gonna be at Salt and Rockford City Market, which is another. We're playing for the Pride Night.
Yeah.
At Rockford City Market this year, which is cool. So yeah, keep an eye out. We're gonna be all over. Hopefully, when the casino opens, we'll get something in there too.
Ooh yeah, I'm very excited for that casino to open. Mostly because I love taking $40 and turning it into $80.
Yeah,
like that's literally my goal always when I go to the casino because as an entrepreneur, I'm not very risk adverse. I love me a good risk. Love it in my soul.
You got to, man.
And so gambling is a problem because I'll be like, but hear me out.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see you at no casino, girl.
Hear me out. And I be, my style is smiley. I'm always smiling. My teeth be showing. Nah, not at a poker table. I'm serious as hell at a poker table. I'm like, give me my money.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Don't be taking
what Rihanna say? Bitch better have my money.
Bitch better have my money. Right. Hand it over. Right. So.
But yeah, those are my biggest things. I just want to keep playing with them. Yeah. I love playing with them. They're my brothers. I love them, and we create beautiful music. We vibe beautifully together. So those are just my biggest things. It's just to keep playing music, keep creating music. Keep being, a positive leader in my community. I want, I always tell people, I want people, when I was, in high school, middle school, I was troubled. Right. So I want people to, I don't want people to think you have to be a statistic. There's actually other things in Beloit that you can do with your time and make it successful for yourself, make a business for yourself. So those are my goals. So just being a busy person.
Yeah.
Working and.
Well, I think that pulls a good point, right? Like you are as good as your community.
Yeah.
Right? So if you surround yourself with people that really want to see you succeed and help you succeed and push you to go further, write your music, whatever, right? Then you can go do those things. If you surround yourself with people that are, negative and woe is me and this is who I'm going to be for forever and then that's who you're going to be, and that's not a good vibe.
Right.
And if you're in that vibe, if you're listening, this is a good time to change that, right? Yeah, start a routine.
You can create your own culture, man.
Yep.
You don't have to be that. You create what you bring in. So you gotta. I created my own little culture, my own little vibe, and it's been adapting and evolving. And like I said, I think the community of Beloit, they've shown up for us. Downtown Beloit's given us opportunities. Yes. We've done a lot of great things. So I know 2026 is going to be even crazier.
I know. I got things to tell you. I'm not going to tell them about 2026 with the business readiness program in Beloit. I'm just saying. I got.
We're excited. I want to be a judge again.
Yeah. So we do have if you're listening all the way to this point, we do have cohort 2. We just sent out the email that's official. We have cohort 2 starting in August, and we launched a grant.
Awesome. Y'all better sign up, man. It's beautiful. The first cohort was amazing.
It's so much fun. It was so exhausting for me, which is fine. Like I knew I was going to do that, but it was so much fun, and all the businesses are killing it. Like for example, Felicia won. Right? Felicia, her whole goal at pitch night was to make enough money on top of what she was currently making in her business. That was like paying for the business and her life and stuff like that. To buy herself a bigger mixer. She got that in this week.
Awesome.
Right? Naomi made her first sale from like Google search to website.
Yeah.
Made her first sale. This is 2 weeks ago. Trevor with the cleaning company.
Oh yeah, Trevor. I love Trevor. He was really nice.
He officially onboarded his first employee. Like he had set up his W-2 stuff, and this last week he had a guy in here onboarding him as his first employee.
Wow.
Like they're just killing it. I know, and I'm totally missing people, and I'm so sorry. Oh, Dina. Her bras.
The bras. We were just talking about
those. Go back and look at cohort 1, but she's got her bras are coming in next month, May. So like,
it's go, like girl.
The 28th of April. So it's like basically the month, which is so cool because she's been working on that for forever. Josh out there killing it with his laser engraving. His next goal is to get a bigger laser engraver so he can do more stuff. Talking about he could totally do the lighters for you.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah.
You should reach out to him.
Yeah, he did email me after.
Mm-hmm.
And then I we were gonna connect, but I just eat my email.
Mm-hmm. It's a hot mess.
Yeah, it gets yeah. I gotta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You need to.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if my emails weren't sending or his weren't sending to mine. I don't know, but Josh just asked Jocelyn for my number. that's the best way.
I got you. I will connect Josh with you. But yeah. So he's fantastic. He's killing it. Laser engraving. Who else am I missing?
Alex with the photos. She made a big business.
Big business. She bought a bar.
Yeah.
So like took that. I mean, she's still doing photography.
Yeah, we can't speak a little too all. Too much probably.
Yeah, I think it's live.
I don't know. Is it live?
Yeah, they posted it.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah, that's
right. The five bar in Beloit anniversary.
Yes.
It now has partially new owners. I don't know.
Employee owned.
Employee owned. Thank you. There we go. So she's now a bar owner or part of a bar part owner. And then Taylor is doing piston and props this summer. So really super cool stuff from our first cohort. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, and I'm really sorry if
you guys are all doing amazing.
Deb.
I'm sure.
I'm missing Deb.
Oh yeah, Deb Ross. Yeah, she reached out to me.
Deb's probably watching me too, and she probably.
We didn't forget about you, Deb. I swear.
I just had to count. I had to count on my fingers. Right. She's doing really well. She unfortunately got in a car accident, so prayers and thoughts for her.
Wow,
so she's in rehab right now.
Sending prayers and love.
But she got in a car accident and like she got out of the hospital. She's home. We live in Beloit. She's home. And she's like, yeah, I'm coming to that training that you have next week. And I said, I beg your finest pardon. No, you're not.
No, yeah, girl.
No, you're not.
Deb, I'm sorry, you crazy girl.
She's crazy as hell. But it just goes to show if you really love doing what you do, you're going to make the time for it and you're going to do it.
I've driven in winter storms to do a gig. Like when we did that last big storm we had, it was downpouring snow in Madison and it was so bad. And I was just driving on 90, just on the corner. I was just letting the semis go around me. I said, I'm going 20,
inches by inches.
I don't care. It took me about an hour to
get home.
35 minutes. When normally that drive would have been like 40.
Yep. Nope. I totally get it. But I mean, it just really goes to show if you really love what you do and you found something that it feels good to do. You know what I mean? Like you found a niche that not only makes money, but you really are good at it. Like, like it was what you were meant to do. You always want to do it. So, cohort 1 was phenomenal. Naomi was a judge, if you didn't catch on to that, for our pitch night. So, we have another one coming up. Actually, pitch night will be October 2nd. It's on the board.
Yeah,
again,
I would love
shout out to Anna because she helped me figure out the dates for all that.
I'm already pitching myself to be a judge again. I know you got to mix it up, but
we're taking applications, aka not really, but let me know if you want to be a judge. I've had multiple people come up to me and say this was so super cool. I really want to judge next time. Like multiple.
I have to get second. Now you got to give me neighbor privilege for the second time.
Okay.
That's fair.
So it was super fun. The judges we had were amazing. Asked really good questions. All the things.
Yes, I love the judges panel. Mason, Carrie. I love me some Rick. Rick, if you're watching, I love you, Rick.
Rick is amazing. And if you aren't watching, go back to like the 3rd masterclass. So like episode 3 of the podcast.
He's amazing.
So much fun. Like, again, that's one of those things where you like find somebody that has the wisdom that you don't have.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. He really is. Like, you can, I mean, I've sat down multiple times with him for coffee and like, and like just like we shoot the shit about business and what we're doing and why we're doing it. And every time I walk away with something new, I mean, I literally teaching entrepreneurship, right? The business readiness program. And I still am constantly learning. So yeah, he's a fantastic human being.
Yeah, he is. You did I'm really proud that you're doing this. This is awesome.
It's so much fun.
Congratulations to you.
For those that are watching, just like go to the website and give me your email or something so you can hear the tea that I'm gonna have to tell her after we're done being live, because I can't put it out publicly yet. But it's good tea. It's real. I'm about to spill it after this. Just know. But
just know we're gonna be sipping tea.
Just know. And if you really want to know the tea, just text Naomi afterward.
No, I will not do that.
No, you probably could. I don't think it matters. I just can't put it out publicly yet because I don't want questions until the document is signed.
Oh, that's fair. You gotta get that ink dry.
I gotta get the ink dry first. But and that's another lesson in business. Don't say it publicly until the ink is dry. But how can people connect with you? They're gonna turn a hobby into a business. They think you're a vibe, whatever. How can they find you?
Yeah, you can. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. You can reach out to the band Instagram at the Patent Pending. I'm very responsive on that. You can email me. I have several emails. You can email the Patent Pending email, patentpending4@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, naomi.patent. It's just my name. And then Naomi Patent on Facebook. Just reach out to me via, Messenger or whatever. We could set up a time to meet, go on a phone call, Zoom, whatever. Yeah, I love to talk about business, what's popping off in Beloit, because Beloit is also evolving very, very much. So, if you're doing anything new, or if you're doing anything, different or in a new business, I would love to connect, talk about that. I'm also a marketing specialist with the Beloit Daily News. So I do marketing. So if anybody's looking for business help to market their business, I can help with that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm all over. But yeah, I'm on everything on social medias, Facebook and Instagram. So
hit her up.
Yeah, if you send me over your number, or if you text me, that's normally text and email are like my go-tos.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, it was wonderful having you.
Yes.
We're gonna end this stream because now she really wants to know the tea.
I do. Do you see my face?
I know she sat up and everything. She was like, tea.
If y'all know me, y'all know I love me a good little Earl Grey.
All right. Well, this has been so much fun. Thank you all for listening and hanging out with us.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I was happy to talk about the band and give us a little marketing promo.
You know what? Maybe when we announce it, I'll have you back to announce the tea.
Oh, that'd be actually funny.
Hear me out. Hear me out. So if you're watching on YouTube, hit the follow button. If you're listening to Spotify, hit the follow button, and then you'll hear the tea.
Yes. If she brings me back, I will.
Okay.
I'll do that for you.
This is a new plan. Now that's neighbor privileges.
That is neighbor privileges. I still want to be a judge though, because I had too much fun.
You did. But you asked really good. So if you haven't, the pitch night is live or is saved, whatever. It's out on YouTube. You can watch all of the pitches and listen to Miss Naomi ask questions.
Yeah, me and Cheyenne were asking good questions.
You were killing it.
Yeah, because I always ask the question, where are you at now as far as your return on investment? Because like you said, sometimes, you're not making money right away. Like I know like the first couple of years, I'm still not really making a whole lot of money for pet, because a lot of my money I save for equipment and stuff like that.
Reinvesting.
So I really was interested on that return on investment. I know they were looking at me like, return on investment.
Right, like, bitch, I just started it.
Like what?
No, but it's true, and I think it was really helpful because a lot of people took a step back and were like, "Whoa, yeah, you're right. Like, I am investing much of this time, a bunch of money, or whatever, into these businesses. How am I making it work?"
Especially if they're doing like digital stuff with their website. Google Analytics is also a great tool. Because you want to know where you're getting your leads, how you're getting your leads, where they're coming from, who's looking you up and why. So. That's more advanced stuff, but businesses do get to that point.
Yeah, and you need it. You need that stuff because that's how you decide where you're gonna put your money and
exactly.
Why. Yeah,
exactly.
Awesome,
guys. Awesome.
Thanks, Naomi.
Thank you.
We're ending this live.